Hey everybody, welcome to the Ultimate YouTube channel all about world music and psychology. My name is Rosalie Elliott. Hold my earrings. Welcome to the show. Grab yourself a Hold My Earrings shirt. Brand new merch out now. Subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Here we go. We're down the rabbit hole of amazing suggestions on Buy Me a Coffee. Today's shout out goes to Ravenous Catalyst. We're going to check out more Go For Guts, an amazing literary artist, a rapper, songwriter, incredible. I just listened to Go For Guts, but Ravenous Catalyst asked me to check out 9 to 5ers Anthem. I'm going to check out the lyric video per that suggestion. If you want to get your suggestion in front of my face, make sure to go check out buymeacoffee.com/Rosalie Elliott. Please make sure to check out the requirements. I only can do specific suggestions if they meet the requirements because it takes a lot of work and time to put these videos together. So check it out. Make sure to go through that. Let's check it out. We're going to listen and see what we can pull out of this. I don't know if I'm ready to handle this. Last time, Go For Guts was a little bit overwhelming. Not in a bad sense. Not in a bad sense at all. I was just trying to figure out what the heck he's saying in the lyrics because it was so rich and complex. And I was really impressed. Not only with the bars and a cadence flow, but the whole thing as a whole.
Shit. Vanessa, what time is it?
Let me go back. That already has that little wind-up clock, lullaby, machine. Little dancers dancing in a circle type of vibe. So let's see. Ooh, little dancers dancing in a circle, wound up clock, 9 to 5, going through the motions, cycles. I don't know. Let's see. Fits to the idea of a 9 to 5 time.
Vanessa, what time is it?
I'm late again.
I gotta do it.
Zoom into the fuming of an aggravated breed via the study of post-adolescent agitated seeds.
Guys, even this alone, zoom into the fuming of an aggregated breed. That cadence flow is beautiful. Okay, just ride in that beat. But the bars, via the study of post-adolescent agitated seeds. How many rappers do you know who are this eloquent? Sheesh.
Half the patients wasted themselves prior to commencement, so I focus on the urban oxygen samples that half that made it breathe. This old Pompeii impression sways infection in 12 steps or less, and Cretan swiftly tipping toeing hard to swallow barter concepts. The give it, get it, never let itself passport on stubbornness. Martyrs talk money causes in a harvesting Spartacus and...
Listen, I'm sorry. This is going to be the last time I'm pausing. Then I'm going to listen fully. This is the type of rap that growing up as a kid, as a teenager, I would think is real rap. This is art. The type of person that can either spit bars on the fly or that can, with art, rap to a beat and say all kinds of stuff, poetry, double entendres, all kinds of literary art, while all doing it to music. To me, this would be that old school hip hop, what got people intrigued by the art that is rap, right? And that before it was just about the beat, before it was about a good track, before it was about just saying hibbity bibbity bop, rhyming a little bit and sounding flop. Okay, that was not a good rhyme, but you see what I'm saying? Just trying to be cool, trying to be whatever. Before all of that, when rap developed as an art of people communicating through spoken word, this is what that reminds me of. Taking us back, showing us what rap was really supposed to be. And the voice, his voice, that timbre of his voice is just, there's something intriguing about it. It's unique. I haven't heard anything like it.
I throw long Hail Mary bombs toward cookie cutter Mother Nature's bedazzled synthetic fabric. Life treats the peasants like they tried to fuck his woman while he slept inside. While they're merely chasing perfectionist emblems. When the clock strikes 9, I'll be waking with the best of the routine caffeine team players for the cycle of it. Under a dusted angel harp string, Big Brother is watching my odometer like buzzard the fallen out talking stealth. We got babies, rubber stamps, and briefcase parts. We on some door to door now. Order $10 or more. We'll shove it down your throat for free. I sacrifice my inborn tendencies for copper pennies for one commander. Give me that so we can retain baby back. Mega biter, snake bedlam, Holocaust, freak, heckle, shiesty, brain headroom, shake planet. Make a move, pause, make a move, break cannon. Bend barrel, 180, U-turn, squeeze, end it. It's on like it's never been. It's bleeding well, bigger than a bread box. It corrodes my leaky finance. I take my seat atop the Brooklyn Bridge with a Coke and a bag of chips to watch 1,000 lemmings plummet just because the first one slipped. Sometimes I laugh at victory, kissing these little question marks. I tend to underestimate my average. Just another bastard savage. Someday you'll all eat out of my cold hand, cause every dog has its day, at which point I'll pull it away. Now we, the American working population, hate the fact that 8 hours a day is wasted on chasing the dream of someone that isn't us. We may not hate our jobs, we hate jobs in general that don't have to do with fighting our own causes. We, the American working population, hate the 9 to 5 day in, day out, but we'd rather be supporting ourselves by being paid to perfect the pastimes that we have harbored based solely on the fact that it makes us smile if it sounds dope. It's the year of the silkworm. Everything I built burned yesterday. Let's display the purpose that these stilts serve. Elevate the spreading of the silk germ. Trying to weave a web, but all I believe in is dead. dead. Brother, it's the year of the jackal, saddle up on high horse. My torch force, Polaris embarrassed. Jackal up the hassle by the doom and legend barrage. I bought some new sneakers, I just hope my legacy matches. It's the year of the land shark, dry as sand parched. Damn, get these men some water. They're out there being slaughtered in meaningless wars, so you don't have to bother and can sit and soak the idiot box trying to fuck their daughters. Man, it's the year of the orphan, seated adjacent to the fireflies, circling the torches on your porches, trying to guard the fortress of a king they've never seen or met, but all are trained to murder at the first sign of a threat. Maybe it's the year of the water bug, cockroach, utter thug specimen. They respawn from dreaming of your next of kin. I'm still dealing with this mess I'm in. I've been the object of your ridicule. You've been a bitch, lieutenant. God, it's the year of the underpaid employee, spitting 40 plus a week and trying to rape Earth in my off time. You bored dizzy, I can't keep myself busy enough so you can run, and I'ma let you think you won. Everybody, we the American working population hate the fact that 8 hours a day is wasted on chasing the dream of someone that isn't us. And we may not hate our jobs, but we hate jobs in general that don't have to do with fighting our own causes. We the American working population hate the 9 to 5 day in, day out. Well, we'd rather be supporting ourselves by being paid to perfect the pastimes that we have harbored based solely on the fact that it makes us smile if it sounds dope. Fumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretching. My life is a mess, and if I never make it home today, God bless it. Fumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretching. My life is a mess, and if I never make it home today, God bless.
Wow. This is impressive. Yo. I know that what that made me think of. Oh, snap. Oh, God. We got to go back in a second. Hold on. Listen to this. This is what this works with. I'm happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I'm happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. That would be a dope medley. That's that type of vibe. Oh, that was beautiful. That outro right there with the harmonic, that made me think of those workers, the mine workers, or just your blue collar workers sitting there at the end of the day or during their lunch break playing the harmonic, the blues, kind of just bringing in that blues and bringing in specifically the harmonic fits so well to the worker anthem. This idea of you're going through the motion, you're working for the big guy and you're barely making it through, but now you're singing the blues and that's your little creative outlet. But tomorrow you're going to have to do it again. The lyrics are so complex, guys, that it would take a minute to go through every one of them, and I'm not. But there's a couple of things I wanted to point out. I'm impressed by all the literary art. I know I said that before. Even the alliterations earlier, there was something. Where was it? There was something, the being paid to perfect the pastimes, okay? The way that his cadences flowed, beautiful. The timbre of his voice, I already talked about that. I loved how he stacked his vocals with just a tiny delay, almost giving it a little bit of that echo feel, which was amazing. Things like, drinking a cup of ambition, right? A cup of coffee. This thing we need that we're so enslaved to keep us going. It's really depressing. And there's something about this song that while the beat is catchy and the rhythm and the way that the musical composition affects me, at least as a listener, it keeps me in this flow. There's something cyclical about it. It tags, it loops over and over again, which fits to this idea of going through the 9 to 5 motion. Just the fact that melody keeps repeating and you keep going. There's no out. At the same time, the whole composition had me in an emotional state of grooving, right? You're just doing it. There wasn't a whole lot of crescendo. There was no huge bridge. There was no modulation, no strings and crazy musical crescendo that would make it this ride. It was very much, you just keep going, which again fits to the idea of 9 to 5. But yet the lyrics are depressing, if you will, because it really sheds a light on that dilemma of working for somebody else, fulfilling somebody else's dream, which for many creative people, many entrepreneurs, that's often the dilemma. If you have to work for someone and it's their dream, it's their corporation, they're the ones becoming billionaires and millionaires, and you're just going through the motion, barely making ends meet. And we're all different, right? Some of us were cool with that. Some of us were the creative type that want to pioneer. Some of us want to be the CEOs. Some of us have been trained to be the employees and work for the CEO. Everyone has different passions, but I think a lot of people find themselves stuck in the mundane. Now, granted, everything can get old. And now, if you had so much money, you can do whatever you want. Sure, your options would be quite vast and maybe you would never get bored. But at some point, everything gets old, right? At some point, your mindset shifts to where if $1,000 is a lot for you now, if you had 10 times that, your perspective on those thousands shifts. If you're now a multimillionaire, 1,000 seems like very little. And so the more you change your environment, the more your perception changes. It also changes what it means to you. Okay, so for people who are going through the 9 to 5, that might be mundane and boring. For someone who wishes they had a job, they crave the 9 to 5. And so they may look at that as if only. And then you got people maybe in certain places in the world where they can't even grasp that concept because they're working 24/7, if you will. So perception, of course, is key. We all have our different things that become mundane to us. Everything can get old. Even if you lived somewhere in a beautiful paradise, somewhere on an island, you're still going to have to go through the motions of cooking and cleaning and washing up and cleaning yourself and using the restroom and doing what people do. Everything can become ordinary if you continue to do it repetitively. But I think the theme of 9 to 5 is relatable to a lot of people because that's what we do to survive. We got to work to pay the bills, to feed ourselves. And so the whole theme here of being this anthem for your regular average person is catchy, but it's also almost sad because it's true. Zoom into the fuming of an aggregated breed via the study of post-adolescent agitated seeds. Okay, just even here, even in 2 sentences alone, there is so much poetry, beautiful rhymes, beautiful literary art. But it's this idea of you're zooming into the fuming of an aggregated breed. Okay, this species of people that are frustrated via the study of post-adolescent agitated seeds. Post-adolescent meaning young adults, right? Adults who are agitated seeds. Half the patients wasted self prior to commencements, which is crazy. Before we even start, before we even commence, half of our patients is wasted. But could also be this play on being a patient, right? So I focus on the urban oxygen samples, the half that made it breathe. They sold Pompeii impression, waste infections, and 12 steps to lessons. And maybe a little reference here to this 12-step program, right? This idea of going through steps to try to be able to breathe, try to be free, try to achieve some type of freedom or status, or not status, if you will, but like state, right? If you're addicted or if you're going through 12 steps of some kind, you're trying to reach a place of being free from an addiction. You're trying to reach a place of having a existence that is not enslaved to something. In addiction's case, some type of substance or some type of matter. But in any case, we all are exposed to the 12 steps, not only in a sense of an addiction program, but in anything. You can have so many books that are out there. 12 steps to your happy marriage, 12 steps to success in your career, right? Anything and everything is a matter of reaching steps, going through some type of process to reach a goal. And ironically, and I think this is where the song kind of makes us come face to face with that dilemma, is that a lot of these steps that we're climbing to try to reach some type of goal have us still feeling stuck in a rut, because the question is, what's the purpose of all of this? Is it really just achieving that goal of having money, paying your bills, being rich, or having some type of status? Like, what's the reason you're going through the steps in life? What's the reason we're going through the motion? And that's where sometimes the depressing part comes in, is going, why am I doing all of this? Those are existential questions we all ask ourselves. Why am I going through the motion? What am I even doing all this for? And going through your why is part of that. Anyways, I digress. Toward cookie cutter Mother Nature's bedazzled synthetic fabrics. Okay, so that contrast between Mother Nature, which would be organic and real, contrasting it to synthetic fabrics, they're bedazzled. Okay, we can envision this. Awesome storytelling here. Life treats the peasants like they tried to F his woman while he slept inside. Well, they're merely chasing perfectionist emblems when the clock strikes 9. Okay, so we're bringing in the 5 to 9 lingo here. Under a dusted angel harp string, Big Brother is watching. A dusted angel harp string. That's interesting. Big Brother is watching. Odometer like buzzard to fallen elk. Oh, and later on, that was incredible. How it went through almost like, I guess you could say that hook, that bridge. It was talking about, it's the year of the silkworm. It's the year of the, what was it? Year of the silkworm, year of the land shark, year of the orphan, the year of the employee. What was it? The underpaid employee. And it was talking about all these little creatures at first that are used for some type of bigger scheme. Silkworms, for example, built, burned yesterday, display the purpose that these stilts serve. Silkworms are strung up on these stilts to create silk. And then talking about trying to weave a web, but all that I believe in is dead. And there is a beautiful double entendre here, because for one, these silkworms are used and dead and strung up on these stilts to create silk. So they're these little employees, if you will, that are used for the purpose of now creating beautiful silk for us as the the person that wants to wear it. And in the same sense, this person doing the 9 to 5 maybe feels like that silkworm that's being strung up and used for the CEO, for the boss, for the corporation's silk purposes. But also to then say, weaving a web, all that I believe in is dead. Cool rhymes, but a further meaning here being, I'm part of this web, I'm weaving or I'm being woven, and everything I believe in, my own hopes and dreams are dead. I'm going through the motion building someone else's dreams. My dreams are dead. Nah, brother, it's the year of the jackal. And that's a cool lingo here too. Nah, it ain't this. Nah, it's that. This conversation, which pulls you in and makes it personal. What else does it say? It's the year of the jackal, saddle up on a high horse. My torch forced, Polaris embarrassed. The rhymes. Dude, shackle up the hassle by the dooming legend marriage. I bought some new sneakers. I just hope my legacy matches. Dude, legacy sneakers. It's the year of the land shark. Okay, so now it goes through all these different animals, but we're going from a tiny little silkworm to a jackal to a land shark, and land sharks maybe being this idea of on one hand these sharks that are in these corporations, the CEOs that are just using everybody like little silkworms, but and basically saying, that's the year of, that's what life is good for. You know how in the Chinese calendar, we often may say things like, it's the year of this and the year of that. And we're hoping that this is our year. This is the year where we have our prosperity and our joy and our blessings, where we and our personality tap and our stars align, our personality type. So maybe here saying it's the year of the land sharks, the year of the silkworm, going through these metaphors and these pictures by basically saying this is the season of the shark. This is the people on land, the sharks on land. This is their year. That's the people that are winning. The rest of us are going through our 9 to 5. That's how I'm taking that. Dry as sand, parched, dang, get these men some water. And that also may be a reference again to so those workers who are thirsty, who are just dying out here. They're out here being slaughtered. And then talking about wars that you don't have to bother. And basically this idea of we're all being played, or we're being used, we're going through those motions. Maybe it's the year of the water bug, cockroach, utter thug, specimen. Okay, so now it's back to this creature dealing with this specimen. I'm the object of your ridicule. You've been a snitch lieutenant. God, it's the year of the underpaid employee, spitting 40 plus a week, okay? 40 hours a week. So the whole theme, 9 to 5. And I think calling out the maybe the injustice, the struggle of going through the motion, building somebody else's dream. And then saying we the people, and I mean, we the Americans, which is to this play to me on part of our Constitution in the U.S., we the people. But now saying we the American working population hate the fact. And this is almost like this anthem, this declaration of saying we hate this. All of us here, we're chasing this dream that is someone else's, not ours. We may not hate our jobs, but we hate jobs in general that don't have to do with fighting our own causes. So it's not as necessarily saying, I don't want to work. I hate my job in general. It's this idea that I don't want to have to do something that is not connected to my own cause, that I'm not passionate about. And you know how there's this saying, if you love what you do, you're not working a day in your life. And I think sometimes that may be over romanticized, because even with things you're passionate about, it's still work. And sometimes you still get weary. But in general, I think there's validity to that, to saying, hey, if you're passionate about what you're doing, if somehow it aligns with your cause, with what you want to be in life, then it won't feel like a job. Then it won't feel like a hustle, because it's part of your dream. Does that always mean we all have to be CEOs and entrepreneurs? Nah, we do need employees in this world. We all have different passions. Some of us want to be behind a desk. Others need to be around people. Others want to be left alone. Others just love to hustle and use their physical strength. We all got passions, gifts, and skills. But I think there's this anthem on one hand is like this group anthem of a people that can relate to this, the blue collar, hardworking, regular person. But at the same time, I would hope that it kind of awakens this passion inside to go, hold up. If I am this miserable and this is how I feel and this is the rut that I'm stuck in, what am I going to do about it? And that's easier said than done. I'm not saying just go quit your job. I understand some of us got to do what we got to do. But at the same time, it's like, all right, maybe there's a way that in this life where we're having these existential crises of feeling like we're doing a job that doesn't align with our own causes, maybe we can either find one that does or somehow create a cause or find some type of passion within our job. You know, that may look different for all of us in different ways. Maybe there's ways to get involved and do things within the job we have right now where we can bring some type of value, where we can make some type of meaning, where we can align it with our personal cause. But nonetheless, it's a song that has you thinking, all while he was spitting bars and flowing with the cadence like nobody's business. It's nuts. I am super impressed with Aesop rock. I love that throwback to the early 2000s or even sooner. I love the old school rap. I love a little bit of that feel that I got that reminded me of that other song. I love the timbre of his voice and the flow. He's a master with words, and I'm incredibly impressed. What do you think? Subscribe and I'll see you on the next ride. Thank you for this suggestion. Ayo!